Hey, what's going on, gun enthusiasts? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something super critical, self-defense shooting, all right? There's a ton of misinformation floating around, and separating fact from fiction is not just important, it's life-saving, all right? So let's clear up some common misconceptions and make sure you're prepared both for your personal safety and your legal protection.
Everybody ready? Let's do it.
All right, so first up, the myth of one shot, one kill. Real world situations aren't like the movies, folks. All right, so in reality, you may need multiple shots to neutralize a threat. Handgun rounds are not magic bullets, and shot placement is key. All right, so make sure your training focuses on accuracy and preparedness. Multiple shots often make the difference between stopping a threat and facing dire consequences. And so next up is this idea of shooting to wound. Legally and tactically, that is a bad call. If you're justified in using your firearm, you're justified in stopping the threat, all right? And that often means aiming for center mass, right up in here. Anything less and you're risking not only your safety, but also potential legal repercussions. So remember, you have to be just as aware of the legal realities as the physical ones when it comes to self-defense. All right, so let me ask you a question. You ever heard someone say racking a shotgun is enough to scare off intruders? Sounds cool, right? But relying on intimidation can get you in trouble, all right? Your firearm should be ready before any situation unfolds. Counting on sound effects to do the work for you is risky. Being prepared and ready to act, not hoping for a scare tactic to do the work, that's the name of the game, partner. All right, so let's clear up the legal side of things. Not a lawyer, not giving legal advice, all right? Shooting someone for trespassing doesn't cut it. Deadly force is reserved for immediate, life-threatening situations, not just because somebody stepped on your property. You hear too many of these things going on. Make sure you know the law, because misunderstanding it can land you in serious legal heat, not to mention potential moral and ethical quagmires. That's a big word. All right, so let me give you a stark reality check. The battle isn't over once you draw your weapon. How about that? You need a complete plan for what comes next. Medical aid for yourself and others, interacting properly with law enforcement, and preparing your legal defense. It's a trifecta of responsibility that doesn't vanish once the smoke clears. So make sure you're ready for round 2, because this is one battlefront where being unprepared is not an option. All right, so in closing, remember this. Self-defense is grounded in reality, not Hollywood. Train based on facts, not myths. Keep learning and stay sharp. Responsible ownership isn't just about the physical, it's also about being informed, prepared, and proactive in both your training and understanding the law. Thanks for watching. Keep those comments coming in. Like, subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And share if you found this helpful. Stay safe. Stay safe out there, folks. Talk to you later.